Hello and welcome to Beyond the Conversations Walk and Talk teaser. Keep in mind, this is a teaser for our event happening this Saturday, the main event for Walk and Talk 2020. There's going to be music, there's going to be inspirational speakers, and there's even going to be a raffle prize happening then. So you can check out more details for the event on our website and you can even register for it there. I definitely recommend you check it out this Saturday. Now, what is this teaser meant to be? Well, this teaser is more to give you guys an idea of what the event is going to look like. Keep in mind, because we can't meet in person, this event will be happening on Zoom as well. But today, we have members of our own organization, our very own, Adila Saad and Manjit Thandi, who will be coming up and sharing their experiences not just with the organization, but with isolation and loneliness as well. It takes a great deal of courage to be vulnerable and share one's story, especially with experiences that one doesn't want to relive necessarily. And so I thank Adila and Manjeet for being willing to share their story with everyone who's willing to listen here today. That being said, I'd like to welcome our first speaker, our very beloved Manjeet. Manjeet has been working with the organization for a while now, and ever since the start, she's been willing to share her story with anyone who's willing to listen. And so she's about to do the same again today in front of you. So please help me in welcoming Manjeet Thandi.
Hi, my name is Manjit Singh. I would like to share a personal story of my life in a short version. I actually was born and raised in India, and I came here in the late 60s. When I was growing up in India, I had a big family over there, aunts, cousins, grandparents. But I always had this feeling that I didn't really have a voice. I did not belong and nobody cared. So I was feeling totally lonely and isolated, even though I was surrounded by so many people. So when I came to Canada, I was put in grade 7 without knowing any English and without, it was such a cultural shock. First, throughout the first year, I used to cry often, and I did not really share any of my experiences with my parents, thinking that my dad might go and report to the teacher, and then I will be in a bigger trouble. Because at times I was being bullied, and even physically attacked to the point that a boy, a classmate of mine, he tried to push me off the bridge as I was walking home after school. And it was snowing, and underneath there was a stream. So I held on to it, to my dear life. But I did not tell my parents because, again, as I said, I did not want it to cause any trouble for them or for myself. And so on daily basis, I was having this such a hollow, hollow feeling that I'm no one. I'm a loner and I have no friends. But with my parents' encouragement, I stayed in school and I went to high school. And then unfortunately, I came to Vancouver and started grade 12 here at John Oliver. And at John Oliver at that time was one of the biggest school with so many new or immigrants, I can say. And again, I came here as as a new student without having any friends. So again, I had a very tough year and feeling totally isolated. Then I went on to university, became a teacher. And even in university, I would go attend my classes, then come straight home, feeling that I have no one to talk to. I did my assignments, submitted them, and I tried my best, but I didn't really have very many friends. And so I was feeling very lonely inside, and the feeling was getting intensified by the day. And then also afterwards, I got married. I have 4 kids, and now they're all grown up. And they have very good careers. So my attention went on there. I want to see them successful. Therefore, I try to put a false, uh, false front and try to look very strong in their eyes because I did not want to affect their growth, their mental, and their physical health whatsoever. I wanted them to thrive. So I try to support, along with my husband, to the best of our abilities. But the feeling, the nagging kind of feeling, as if something was eating me up from the inside, it never went away. As a matter of fact, it was getting worse. Then when my daughter became a psychiatrist, then I think at that time I was feeling the readiness inside of me to make a difference in my life. I spoke with her, and then luckily she recommended a psychiatrist who was her own professor. I went to him under his guidance and use of medication and therapy. I was able to, get in touch with myself, and I started feeling a little better inside, better relaxed. And then, as the journey went on, I started seeing the beauty in nature, beauty in people, and I did not hesitate to greet people as I went for walks because it somehow made me see the smile, and somehow those eyes of people spoke to me that, hey, you're not alone. We are here for you. And then what happened was I ended up meeting Amy Peacock beyond the conversation, and she invited me to join the society, which I did for the past 3 years. And boy, what an opportunity it has given me to make friends and to have that trusting relationship with others, and also to experience some personal development. It has given me sense of belonging, and also uh, a group that I could speak to in case I need to talk to them about anything, about my suffering or about my success. So it has been a long journey for me, but it's a blessing to have a society, or to belong to such a society that is trying their best to make a real difference in people who are challenging social isolation and feeling lonely. It has given me a voice, a very strong voice. And somehow I feel connected, I feel grounded. And now when I volunteer or I participate in the activities, that makes me feel that I am contributing to make this world a better place for all human beings. And I encourage you to look into it beyond the conversation and see what it has to offer. And the groups, they meet online nowadays, and it's amazing how far they have come along. People have learned to speak, to share their ideas, and to develop their interests and make friendships. and even much more. And for me, I will just to recapture my feeling back in India, like when I came here. When I came here, to me, it almost felt like a young tree being pulled or yanked out of its roots from the original ideal type of soil and transplanted into absolutely new soil with different atmosphere, different climate, different culture. So for me, it has been a really tough journey, but with encouragement and somehow with forming connections, I am able to speak to you and request you to please see hope, be hopeful and look into our website, and it has a lot to offer. So good luck with your journey. And when I talk to people, to me, it's almost like I am healing myself as well. Thank you so much.
If anything deserves a round of applause, it's Manjit. Thank you so much, Manjit, for sharing your story with us again. I've heard it countless numbers of times myself, but every time I listen to it, I do get those same chills I got the first time hearing it. Now, Manjit's story is something that is super inspiring in the sense that it helps us really fight the stigma because, you know, she's an example of someone who had a tough time opening up about this stuff, but then she did. And that really helped her get through this stuff with the help of people around her. And so, once again, thank you so much, Manjit, for coming up and sharing your story with us today. Now, we do have another speaker who is also a member of our organization. I'd like you to help me welcome Miss Adila Saad. Adila has been working with our organization also for a while now. In fact, she joined the organization before I did, and she is a seasoned marketing professional who helps us with professional collaborations as well as with marketing our initiative online and in person. Thank you, Adila, for agreeing to speak at this event today. I'd like to welcome Adila Saad. Thank you, Adila.
Hi there, my name's Adila and I'm with Beyond the Conversation. What social isolation means to me is the lack of social interactions and community and what we see in our society today. What I really hope for the future is for people to come together and that there's more of a sense of community. What we're doing this year with our walk and talk to end social isolation is to bring people together and be a part of the movement of having more of a sense of community in our cities today. We look forward to having you join us. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Adila, for that short and crisp invite to join Beyond the Conversation. Now, Adila doesn't just help us with providing her expertise, she actually speaks out actively and helps us recruit people for as volunteers as well. Now, that brings us to the end of today's teaser event. I hope you enjoyed listening to Manjeet and Adila speak a little bit about the organization and their experiences. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday. Don't miss out. We will be having raffles, prizes, and of course, speakers and live music as well. You can register for our event and learn more about it on our website. It's pretty simple. It's Beyond the Conversation. That's the name of our initiative. .ca. Pretty simple, right? Beyondtheconversation.ca. You can find more information for our event on Saturday over there. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.